So I'm doing my daily Greek lesson, and the teacher's going over Matthew and the word Pharaoh, which is a word that implies like lifting up or raising or motion. And I thought of John 15 because of this, the vine dresser, and everyone thinks he says every branch that well, excuse me. Oh, that every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. And everybody thinks that means he takes it away and he cuts it off and he burns it, yet it doesn't say that there at all. And it's this word areo, array. And so I look back in my stock, well, again, I check, recheck, check, and recheck constantly. My concordances, dictionaries, and stuff. And there's something in there. I guess I never bothered to look at more, but in my Strong's concordance, it's saying, well, the definition is to raise, lift up, take away, remove. Which, okay. Primary root, to lift up. The origin, primary root, to lift up, by implication, to take up or away, figuratively to raise the voice, keep in suspense, sail away. By Hebraism, compare it nasa, to expiate sin. So I look over here, and I look online here, and I see this nasa, and I think there's another Hebrew word that is like nasha, or with different markings on it that means to like deceive. So got to be careful. And it says to lift, to bear up, to take, to lift up, to bear, carry, support, sustain, endure, to take away, carry off, forgive. So it's not take away or carry off in the sense of cut it off and go burn it. It's to take away the sin. It's the origin of, this is the origin. Lift up, be exalted. Which is what Jesus does to his children. The ones that are attached to him, he forgives their sin. And he lifts them up. And on a vine, you will move the branches so that they can bear more fruit. You know, why on earth would someone think that these vines, which come out of the root, they always confuse it with an olive tree, like in grafting. Well, there's no grafting here. They're born that way. They're born into the root. They come from the root. They belong to Jesus, which is the root. And when they don't bear fruit, when they sin, he forgives them. And he moves them. He raises them up. The word has all those implications in it, so that they'll bear fruit. And then he prunes the ones that bear fruit, make them bear more fruit. You know, so this idea that Jesus, you lose your salvation because he takes away and burns it. Well, it's not. Because it says the man that abide not, the one that is not a part of the root, he casts forth. Those are the ones that are not come from him. They don't abide. They weren't abiding and then they stopped. It says the ones that don't abide. Jesus is not their abode. So I just thought I would point that out. This is the Hebrew origin of that Greek word. To take away, carry off, forgive, in the forgiving sense. Not a take away and destroy it. It's like God destroys his own children. It's a dumb notion. So I thought I would share that.